Timeless herbs, they heal, they cure. Mystic leaves for ailments unsure.
Welcome back, friends! I'm Sabrina Gwynn, the clinical herbalist behind Boundless Herbs, and today we're breaking down what the heck is an emmenagogue. So you won't come across this term in everyday conversation or most books unless, of course, you're studying in the field of helping people with menstruating bodies. So an emmenagogue is a fancy word for a remedy that will help regulate menstruation cycles, a crucial aspect of reproductive health. While the simplest definition of an emmenagogue is a remedy to start menses, its uses are far more varied and complex. If your menses aren't coming regularly or at all, emmenagogues could be the allies you need. Other reasons to consider using one could be blood stagnation, no menses, light menses, irregular menses, and by the way, menses is also known as period. Although this may sound straightforward, in herbalism, it isn't just about addressing symptoms. We're looking at various factors that could be at play, and we want to help you identify the right herb or herbal formula tailored to fit your needs. So, emmenagogues have been a significant part of traditional medicine across various cultures for centuries. Ancient medical systems like Ayurveda, traditional Chinese medicine, and Western herbalism recognize the importance of maintaining a regular menstrual cycle for overall health. These remedies were often used to address issues such as amenorrhea, absence of menstruation, irregular cycles, and other menstrual-related conditions. In ancient Greece and Rome, emmenagogues were well documented in medical texts, with herbs like pennyroyal and rue being commonly recommended by physicians like Hippocrates and Dioscorides. And similarly, in medieval Europe, herbalists utilized plants such as mugwort and yarrow to support women's reproductive health. During the 19th and 20th centuries, the use of emmenagogues was often associated with women's rights and the need for control over reproductive health. However, with the advent of modern medicine, these traditional remedies became less prominent, though they continue to be valued in herbal and alternative medicine practices. Today, emmenagogues are still used by herbalists and those interested in natural health approaches, offering a link between historical practices and contemporary wellness. So before I go into emmenagogue herbs, I want to just go ahead and also make a very big shout out and recognition of the practice that indigenous Native Americans brought to herbalism. So a lot of the emmenagogue herbs or menstruation herbs that we know of, the barks and the plants that we've learned from America, we were taught by the indigenous Americans who lived here. And I think it's very important that we recognize that because a lot of recognition goes into the eclectics and to those who wrote these things down, but they learned from the natives who lived here before they wrote it all down. They got it from somebody, and it is well documented in native practices that the roots and the barks were used, and there was a heavy focus on women's reproductive health, and that is where a lot of our knowledge comes from. So I just want to make sure I put that recognition out before I go into some herbs here. And so emmenagogue herbs. A few examples would be mugwort. It's a pungent, bitter, cooling, and drying herb popular in alternative health for enhancing dreams, but it is also a strong ally for menstruation. Pennyroyal, which is a very pungent, bitter, cooling, and drying herb that isn't as popular now as it once was. It is said to help promote and harmonize menstruation. Rue, another pungent, very bitter, cooling, and drying herb, less commonly heard of today in Western herbalism, but is another wonderful ally and is said to clear toxic heat and resolve toxicosis. As you can see, these allies share common energetics, varying slightly, and each have a different affinity for the body beyond our monthly cycle. However, these are just 3 allies in a vast pool of others that can aid in your menstruation journey. If you're struggling with your menses, please reach out to find the right allies for you. Whether you're a menstruating individual or simply exploring the world of herbal allies, incorporating emmenagogues into your holistic toolkit is a wonderful way to support our bodies. So as always, if you have any questions, please feel free to comment and ask away. We all learn by asking questions, and I'm a firm believer that we are never done learning. So I don't know everything, and I never will, but I'm always up to learn something new. Up next in the What the Heck series is what is a heart/cardiac tonic? Until next time, be well, stay herbaceous, and happy healing.
Boundless herbs, they'll set you free from the earth and to the sea.